By virtue of the powers vested in me as Vice-Chancellor, I hereby constitute this congregation of the University of the Witwatersrand, Johannesburg, for the conferment of degrees and granting of diplomas and certificates. It's my pleasure to address you today. Ideally, we should have had this in person, but given the current circumstances we find ourselves with, I'll address you virtually today. This is a very august occasion of conferring on you your qualification in one of the top 1% of universities in the world, and definitely a premier university on the African continent. Your commitment and persistence indeed paid off. You are now part of a group of illustrious vets equipped with a world-class education that will undoubtedly open many doors for you. You've had an extraordinary head start. You stand on the shoulders of many great leaders who have walked through these walls, inspired change, and left their mark on society. They are people with a passion for excellence, defenders of the truth and justice, and activists who change the world for good. You walk in the footsteps of 4 Nobel Prize winners: Nelson Mandela for peace, Sidney Brenner for medicine, Nadine Gordimer for literature, and Aaron Klug for chemistry. For almost 100 years, WITS has nurtured intellectuals and innovators, scientists and researchers, discoverers and originators, problem posers and problem solvers, critical and thought leaders. These are individuals who have gone on to punch above the weight in their world of work. Today, you have become a member of this prestigious group. You will now have to build your own legacy as the future leaders in society. You have the vet's edge. You have been equipped with the necessary academic, research, and professional education to reshape the future of our country, our continent, and the world. The networks you have developed, your curiosity, your desire to change the world for the better will make you a good leader and a real Vezi. You are our future leaders. You represent hope for us all. Vezis do make a disproportionate impact on our world. I urge you to hold dear the values of this great university as you journey through life. Remain curious and advance beyond your comfort zones. Ask questions about everything to everyone. Hold those in power to account. Speak truth to power. Think critically and independently. Value intellectual excellence. Serve through your social active citizenship as a catalyst for change. Be resilient and adaptable. Appreciate collaboration and collegiality. Foster democracy and cherish humanity. We live in an historic moment characterized by uncertainty and change. You are graduating in the middle of a global pandemic unseen in 100 years. Our young democracy and other democracies abroad are buffeted by challenges and civil challenges and civil unrest. Our society is plagued by inequality. Our economy is not performing as it ought to, with unemployment rising. Yet I remain hopeful because of you, because I know that great societies, both here and abroad, can flourish in times of flux and rapid changes. We are rapidly adapting to change in our personal, professional, and social spheres. This moment provides us with a moment to pause and reflect on our political, healthcare, and socio-economic challenges that plague this world. We need to reset the baton as we reimagine our common futures. You will play a pivotal role in this process. It will be by no means an easy feat, but you must master your collective courage and strength to seek hope in despair and seek knowledge in failure, build innovation in disorder, and thereby advance our common humanity for good. This ceremony presents a fortuitous moment of hope and inspiration, an opportunity to chart a new course that can propel us into a new beneficial world order that will serve the public for good, for the good of all people, for the good of our future generations, for the good of our country and the world, for the future of our economy, for the good of an inclusive community, for the advancement of our societies, and for the good of the environment and the climate. We'll do this for yesterday and today and for tomorrow, for all our collective futures, for good. But we'll only succeed if we are guided by our conscience, our ability to discern right from wrong, our morals, our ethics, and how we uphold the principles of good governance and leadership in all aspects of our lives. When developing new vaccines, let's put people before profit. When you hold public office, let's serve with honor and diligence. When we live in a democracy, let's respect the law, the courts, and public order. When we treat patients, let's provide them with the best care available. When we build bridges, let's do so to the best of our abilities. We look forward to walking the next leg of our journey as we approach our centenary in 2022. We'll continue to harness our intellectual resources for good. We'll continue to develop excellent graduates who advance society, conduct world-class research, and foster innovation, and use our location in Africa to lead from the global south. Finally, please allow me once again to congratulate you, your family, your loved ones, on your moment of this great achievement. This day is yours and represents a culmination of many years of hard work and dedication. Remember this moment. Savor it. Your graduation is an important milestone, which certainly will change your life forever. Today, candidates will be presented for degrees in the 5 faculties: the Faculty of Commerce, Law and Management, the Faculty of Engineering and the Built Environment, the Faculty of Humanities, the Faculty of Health Sciences, and the Faculty of Science. I award and confer degrees and granting of diplomas and certificates on the persons whose names appear in the graduation program. I call upon the Deputy Vice-Chancellor to introduce the deans.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor, for that introduction, and welcome to all the graduates and their families to this virtual graduation ceremony. It's a great pleasure to say a few words of congratulations on this major achievement. Of course, you should all be able to hug your family and friends and throw your caps in the air, but sadly, that is not to be. But I do hope that you are able to celebrate in your own way, because this is a major achievement. You've managed to obtain your degrees despite all the odds, and I'm sure it's been a difficult time for many of you. So once again, congratulations on this achievement. We have 6,712 students graduating in this cluster, of which 169 are PhDs and 876 are master's graduates. You've all now joined the ranks of being a graduate of WITS, which is an international leading research-intensive university. This degree gives you a passport to go out into the world and to make it a better place. WITS prides itself in its diverse student population. that is broadly representative of our country's demographic. This gives your graduation additional significance as well as additional responsibilities. So once again, congratulations on this major achievement. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I now have the honour to call upon the deans of each faculty to present candidates for degrees, diplomas and certificates.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, as Acting Dean of the Faculty of Commerce, Law and Management, I have the honour to present candidates for degrees and diplomas. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present candidates for degrees and diplomas. Doctor of Philosophy, Bachelor of Commerce, Bachelor of Economic Science, Bachelor of Accounting Science, Postgraduate Diploma in Accountancy, Postgraduate Diploma in Law, Postgraduate Diploma in Specialised Accountancy, Postgraduate Diploma in Taxation, Master of Commerce, Master of Economic Science, Master of Laws, Bachelor of Accounting Science Honours, Bachelor of Commerce with Honours, Bachelor of Economic Science with Honours, Bachelor of Laws, Master of Business Administration, Master of Management, Postgraduate Diploma in Business Administration, Master of Management in Entrepreneurship and New Venture Creation, Master of Management in Finance and Investment, Postgraduate Diploma in Management. On behalf of the Dean and academic staff of the Faculty of Commerce, Law and Management, let me take a minute to applaud each and every one of our graduates. Last year was something none of us expected to ever experience in our lifetime. In the shortest of time, our staff and students had to lock down and find ways to carry on teaching, learning, and managing the university without physically being on campus. And you were the class that made that adjustment. Your transition to emergency remote learning and your desire to complete your qualifications and pursue your education in a time characterized by worry and uncertainty showed your leadership to so many in the student body and inspired your professors. While staff across the university rapidly pivoted to move all our teaching online, we could only do so much. At the end of the day, it was you, the individual students, those of you graduating today, who made that transition a success. You are graduating because you took responsibility for your performance and practiced the diligence and focus needed to complete your courses. The occasion is all the more momentous when you consider that this faculty is presenting over 2,100 graduates in this cluster. Our bachelor's graduates in Commerce, Economic Science and Accounting number over 800, and over 300 students completed their Bachelor of Law. Our postgraduate honours, postgraduate diploma, and master's degree candidates have specialised in fields of economics and finance, business sciences, accountancy, law, management and business administration, and governance, among other fields from across our faculty's 6 schools. Your achievements at WITS give you the power to make your mark in business and industry and transform our society. It is especially worth recognizing our 30 PhD graduates, each of them having produced work recognized as making an innovative and original contribution to their field. These scholars have confronted stubborn problems in areas of human rights, governance, economic growth, financial inclusion, and sustainable development, or have tackled new, emerging questions in cybersecurity, cryptocurrencies, digital markets, and information technologies. Our PhDs have addressed challenges in state-owned enterprises and municipal service delivery, and have guided policy direction on trade and national development, job creation, access to education, and access to aid. Our PhDs are informing how we understand competition between firms, how to strengthen marketing and management, and develop our SMME sector. The empirical contexts of their PhD work reflect WITS's position as a leading institution in South Africa and on the African continent, as their work extended beyond the borders of South Africa into empirical settings such as Lesotho, Zimbabwe, and Ghana, among others. I encourage our undergraduates to read the citations to our PhDs in the graduation booklet and to be inspired. We hope to see many of you continuing with your studies. But let us also take a moment to remember those students who could not complete their studies in the time they would have liked. Those students who were overwhelmed, who had to take care of families who lost loved ones, or who had to deal with increased unemployment in their immediate circles. Your success today says a lot about you, but equally it says something about the resources you had to get where you are. So if you are one of those students who were lucky enough to have stability that included regular meals, a supportive family, Wi-Fi, and emotional support last year, I encourage you to recognize this privilege, to share your gratitude with your loved ones, and to share your achievements with those who supported you. COVID has indeed changed the way we see the world and the way we think about our place in it. Out of this dreadful pandemic, we have achieved a greater awareness for the struggles of small businesses and our people who rely on each day's work to make it through. We appreciate the entrepreneurial spirit that saw people step into the gaps that were created for society's needs. And we saw the spirit of Ubuntu that encouraged all of us to check on not just our loved ones, but our neighbors and fellow students and colleagues, and find ways to support where we could. Graduates, I hope you harness that goodness and use the excellence that is a WITS degree to go out and build a better world. While many people continue to be surrounded by sadness and deprivation and hopelessness, at the same time, we must see that we have a unique opportunity to reset. We are encouraged by your bright minds, your ability to work hard and overcome obstacles. You show us what perseverance can look like, and I have no doubt you will set us all on a better path. This is a time to build better, more caring communities, to strengthen businesses to survive in times of unforeseen crisis, to protect our natural resources and the inhabitants of the earth, and to build economies that are more equal and inclusive. You have already overcome one of the hardest challenges you are ever likely to experience. I expect your future will be so much easier to manage. Take everything you have learnt over the past few years, and particularly your experience over the past 18 months, and go and build a better future for us all. Congratulations.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the students for the degree Bachelor of Commerce. Jamil Amiruddin, Muhammad Ahmad, Maxwell Bad, Danir Bairu, Nabil Boda, Jasmine Bradley, Timothy Cantrell, Janice Chetty, Marcus Chetty, Vongai Chibongote, Ishanesu Chisepo, Iman Kovedia, Philip Dashkevich, Kigan De Silva, Sandra Davila, Nazifa Dawood, Ibrahim Dinda, Devon Dudley, Daniela Dos Santos, Ashley Fitzgerald, Voyisa Gosani, Jeremy Gavenda, Rishlin Gavenda, Rais Halim, Jody Hudzenberg, Brittany Howitz, Michaela Isaac, Yusuf Jata, Liu Ang Jia, Sukrun Kapongo, Kayla Karapen, Nazira Karodia, Leora Katsu with distinction, Rasaku Khanaga, Sibusiso Khare, Naila Khan, Rachel Kigel, Emma Knight, Shreya Komuru, Kiera Landa, Calvin Lekabe, Melvis Lu, Ananda Lutuli, Exos Mabele, Siyabonga Machava, Jason Mackenzie, Tsulufelo Mafale, Olani Makoloza, Akshay Maharaj, Azra Magda, Malusi Makafula, Felistas Malete, Bokang Maluleke, Litabo Mampuru, Maranatha Marara, Nape Maropula, Margaret Mashala, Saneli Mavundla, Muhammad Mayet, Tutuzelo Mbati, Khanya Bele, Bolekwa Mboniso, Liso Dutyana, Relupilwe Muko, Kilebugile Mochine, Emily Modlen, Lerato Mfukeng, Komanani Muhlaba, Surina Mutli, Muhammad Mullah, Timothy Muni, Koketso Mosito, Kokwana Mutotompeti, Mukundi Mukwebo, Tondani Munyayi, Ritsije Munyangane, Tendai Musara, Muhammad Nabi, Sihle Nabo, Avikash Najia, Shanice Naidu, Zweletu Ngobo, Melody Ngulele, Iman Nur Mohammed, Nathan Dumba, Nastasia Naidu, Emmanuel Olatunji, Subhashan Perumal, Robin Philanda, James Poltney, Timal Pumasi, Mahof Rafi, Rochelle Rajin, Lisejo Ramailane, Bavishal Ramsey, Buhlale Rankabule, Brenna Rechenberg, Matthew Robertson, Ishak Sada, Ian Sampson, Tendo Sebuyira, Shahira Sedat, Baby Seriteng, Khunsi Sishibe, Chet Shankman, Hlaiseka Sibuyi, Talia Simon with distinction, Shivan Singh, Kashiefa Sising, Tato Siwela, Alisa Snoyman, Krishnapriya Soni, Raymond Suta with distinction, Cameron Swanepoel, Dylan Teresponsky, Pitsi Tsibi, Nonhlanhla Twala, Jaden van den Heuvel, Romano Vegili, Lithemba Yako, Musa Zwane. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the students for the Postgraduate Diploma in Accounting. Kyle Abraham, Amina Adam, Fatima Ahmed, Lukman Ahmed, Aldrin Anderson, Damika Baktawa, Ntalala Baloi, Kwanda Bengu, Rosemary Baumeister, Chad Brainin, Mayur Chegen, Victor Chen, Chi Sin Cheng, Dylan Chetty, Matthew Chidari, Riabetswe Chweni, Daniela Da Silva, Jennifer Da Silva, Brittany De Mendoca, Daniela De Sosa, Simlindile Lamin, Dylan Dube, Nicole Dupree, Caitlin Everett, Lindokuhle Ganju, Jennifer Gengadu, Justin Hall with distinction, Natasha Hallam, Shayur Hansraj, Zakira Hassan, Temi Heshbeck, Asad Ilyas, Hannah Joselle, Natalie Kabani, Mzwakhe Kalanga, Umphemezi Khaswane, Thala Khan, Wisdom Khosa, George Kuzwayo, Brett Kulna, Naila Kolia, Afika Kwelemtini, Francesca Lapesensi, Lungile Langa, Michaela Latif, Dino Leidenberg, Mpoenhle Lesotho, Naledi Lepang, Yusuf Lockhart, Matthew Lovett, Heng Long Lu, Siyabonga Mabunda, Ambeswa Matigizela, Frank Mahoro, Charisma Maharaj, Sbahle Mahlobo, Nihal Mahmud, Tanaka Majakwara, Majola Nolwazi, Umphile Mahu, Buitumetsi Makafula, Shirin Makola, Sibusiso Manganyi, Sean Mapisa, Wendy Mapukhule, Christina Marinkovich, Dylan Maroon, Alicia Martini, Bridget Masango, Alwani Maselesele, Ndingeko Mashia, Atang Mathe, Kateko Macheke, Safia Mayet, Gerard Mechak, Mlungisi Mgoza, Wandile Mgwenya, Dylan Miller, Khomolimo Mkenku, Pheziwe Mkhalane, Mlungisi Mkhwanazi, Lebogang Mula, Ngobile Mngadi, Thabang Modise, Silaelo Muki, Mohammed, Karabo Mohlala, Kekeletso Molife, Philip Molopi, re lebogile Moperi, Bianca Moremi, Emma Morris, Mpiteng Motlowong, Shafali Mphahlele, Kosino Musa Mthembu, Chulumanco Totoba, Asiya Mulla, Lufuno Mutejo, Tesha Naidu, Camila Naidu, Ayanda Ncala, Ndamuleo Ndu, Nhlanhla Ndumo, Bahangwele Nephalama, Kensani Ngubeni, Zamangwenya Ngwenya, Smangele Kosi, Tina Nhlanganiso, Ashlyn Parker, Nikhil Patel, Rushil Patel, Safwan Pelwan, Prishani Pentia, Natalie Feifa, Lerato Philanda, Jeffrey Peterson, Karisha Pillay, Sankara Pillay, Hemal Prag, Jaishal Rama, Kirithi Rambali, Larissa Ramcharan, Michaela Ranjit, Habiba Rasul, Abubak Rawat, Jonathan Rosenthal, Shayina Sachs, Lishate Seimela, Sumaya Banu Sheikh, Megan Shankman, Kateko Shikwambana, Busisiwe Sibanda, Rufuno Sigwati, Tako Siwele, Veronica Siziba, Kamvaletu Spellman, Fayed Suleiman, Wendy Tabit, Noguzola Taliwe, Roman Tiba, Priscilla Tawane, Nakib Tokan, Eleni Tomadakis, Brandon Tingchong, Yone Tlulo, Sisekelo Shabalala, Gabriela van Praag, Jared Fenter with distinction, Naim Waiti, Muhammad Wata, Richard Wharton, Wandile Xaba, Sebenzile Yende, Vuyani Zungu. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the students for the Postgraduate Diploma in Law. Zinhle Buluko, Agba Clayton, Jens Heyerdahl, Tsepo Homomu, Shirin Luchan, Makwati Mafaro, Riabetswe Matabe, Akhona Mdlulwa, Situthukile Mkhize, Malchachi Muachi, Khomutso Nhlapho, Israel Nuku, Lizzle Oliver, Vosani Ramadzia. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the students for the Postgraduate Diploma in Specialized Accountancy. Hlengiwe Alexander, Kalenga Chilube with distinction, Mikhail Jadwat, Edward Kumalo Kaponda, Lisiho Komane, Ke atla ritsi Malibye, Bonolo Moaraneng, Nokuzola Mcetshwa, Boitumelo Ngake, Sinovuyo Sidumo, Domfuthi Sikhosana, Luciano Spielman, Khanya Swana, Nande Tabata, Dakota Wallace. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the students for the Postgraduate Diploma in Taxation. Bhavishka Baktawa, Kathy Chipare, Alessia Govender, Faith Makeza, Ismail Magda, Asavela Mankahla, Tokozo Maseko, Nomsa Mhlongo, Ria Mystery, Zizile Mthembu, Dino Nizetich, Hendrik Nkadimeng, Lerato Ntsane, Khonsi Pudi, Olwethu Qulo, Katuchero Ramabulana, Riabetswe Silibane, Pindulo Snowbolo, Johan Turain with distinction.
Good day, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of our esteemed senior executive team and academic staff, and a special greeting to our graduates and viewers joining us remotely for today's graduation ceremony. In no version of our world ever did I expect to be participating in a graduation ceremony in which our renowned Great Hall was not packed to the brim with graduates and their loved ones. Graduation is the culmination of your academic journey and a time to recognize and celebrate the enormous amount of hard work and dedication that you have invested into your education. It is exceptionally unfortunate that I cannot address you in person. With that being said, please feel free to leverage the power of technology and social media and post some pictures and videos of how you're celebrating your graduation with all COVID protocols in place. Do not forget to use the hashtag #VITSI4Life. My name is Stacey Lee Bolon, and I'm the president of the WITS Convocation Executive. Convocation is a body established officially under the university statutes to represent graduates of the university, as well as the registrar, full-time permanent members of the academic staff, professors emeriti, and retired staff. I would therefore like to take this opportunity to welcome you, WITS graduates, as the newest members of our convocation. You have now officially joined the ranks of some 200,000 members of WITS Convocation. Membership of Convocation is free and gives its members unique privileges, which includes, for example, nominating the Chancellor of the University. Our Convocation Executive mandates that the Convocation Exco discusses and states its opinion upon any matters relating to the University, including matters referred to it by Council, allowing for the views of this body to be represented at the highest levels of governance of the University. Convocation acts as an official channel, allowing members to convey to the university management their views about the university, and thus forms a vital link between the university and the global community in which it operates. This is, of course, of vital importance as the long-term reputation of our university impacts the value of the WITS degree in the market. Graduates, in your hand you hold the great gift of education. May I implore you to use your knowledge, your degree, to the best of your ability in pursuit of fulfilling your life's ambition. Today you enter the world as a graduate from one of the greatest universities on the African continent. You enter into a world filled with many challenges, but a world that is also filled with limitless possibilities. May you meet all the challenges and opportunities that await you with pride, drive, passion, innovation, social conscience, and positive purpose. Now that you are a Wits grad, please remain responsible. Whilst we certainly focus today's attention on our newest grads, it is also fitting to recognize those that have helped our grads through their academic career. Many of you have been supported financially, and it is likely that all of you have been supported with a great deal of encouragement. I would like to extend recognition to your loved ones, mums, dads, gogos, umkulus, and everyone else that has supported you through your academic journey. Please take the time to include and celebrate your achievement with those that have supported you. I would also like to spend a moment and extend thanks to the Wits academic team who have dedicated their time to teaching our future leaders. Thank you. Last night, you would have received an email to your student email address. Please ensure that you check this email and complete our graduate exit survey and provide us with your updated email details. This survey will take you about 5 minutes to complete and will assist in informing university policies and plans. I look forward to checking out social media to see how you're celebrating your graduation. #WitsieForLife. Please remain in contact with us. Follow us on social media platforms and join us for discussions, debates, and updates on LinkedIn. Wishing you the very best of luck in your future pursuits. We hope that you make us proud. And whatever you do, just remember, you got your edge at Wits.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the proceedings for today. And now, by virtue of the powers vested in me as Vice Chancellor and Principal, I hereby dissolve this congregation of the University of the Witwatersrand, Johannesburg.
Batuelo